Sorry about that. I want to start by saying safety reporting is not just fulfilling the regulatory compliance tick boxes, but also it's about collecting solid data that is trustworthy. So next 10-15 minutes, I'll be covering these key areas: importance of safety reporting, roles and responsibilities of investigators and sponsors, key safety definitions, and challenges and best practices. Why safety important? Safety reporting is important. There are a few reasons. It's actually the clinical trials are actually built on a trust that between researchers as well as the participants and regulatory bodies. So safety reporting is this core component of that trust. There are 4 reasons. Participant protection. This is the foremost priority. Safety reporting ensures the rights and safety and well-being of the participants are continually protected, aligning with the principles of the GCP. And the second one is regulatory compliance, adhering to the global standard, essential to maintain validity and integrity of clinical data. Regulatory agencies from HBRA, EMA, and FDA requiring timely and accurate reporting of safety information to evaluate the benefit risk balance of the investigational product. And the risk management, early detection and timely reporting of adverse events allow us to mitigate the risk. This may include adjusting the protocol and sometimes even halting the trial to protect the safety of the patient. And the last but not least, transparency, the open communication between investigators, sponsors, regulatory authorities. To foster the trust and ethical conduct. Transparency ensures that all parties are well informed, that all clinical trials are adhering to all the highest ethical standards. Next, we will discuss the critical responsibilities of the investigators in this process. As you're aware, investigators are front line of safety reporting and monitoring of the safety. This role is identifying and reporting of the safety event, which is pivotal to the success of the clinical trial. Investigators are required to report SAEs, within 24 hours of the awareness of the event to ensure the compliance with the GCP, ICGCP, and relevant regulatory requirements. For the device deficiencies, the reporting window is no later than 3 calendar days. It is also important that all reportable events, including device-related SAEs, deficiencies, must be reported promptly for the investigation plan. This is very key to ensure that no critical information is overlooked. There is a few important safety event definitions. I'll start with adverse event. This refers to an untoward medical occurrence in a participant, regardless whether it is related to the investigation product. For example, an allergic reaction to the site of an implant would be classified as nail. And SAEs, it is an event that results in death, life-threatening situation, hospitalization or its prolongation, or significant disability. For instance, internal bleeding from improper deployment of a stent requiring emergency hospitalization, that will be considered as an SAE. And device deficiency, this refers to an inadequacy of a medical device regarding its identity, quality, reliability, safety, or performance. For example, maintenance, malfunction in an insulin pump, battery that causes unexpected shutdown in a device deficiency. An SAE is a SAE caused by an investigational device or its deficiencies. And USAID is an unanticipated SAE, which is device serious adverse device effect. So, for example, unforeseen nerve damage caused by the spinal implant, not anticipated by the risk assessment or reference safety information of that product. So when it comes to reporting, the accuracy and the detail is very important to assess the safety information. So it starts with what type of event. So the investigator when identify an event to classify into the appropriate class of the event that is necessary to determine how the reporting requirements of that event follows. So to start with the appropriate classification, whether it's an SAE or AE or a device deficiency, and causality assessment to establish and document whether the event is related to the investigation product procedure. This helps assess the product safety and safety profile and ensures the appropriate action are taken. Participants' information is just demographics such as participant ID, age, gender, other relevant identifiers. This provides the context and aids in patient-specific assessments. Date of onset, reporting the precise date when the event is occurred or was observed is crucial for identifying potential trends or patterns that may affect study outcomes. Event description, which detail clinical narrative that covers symptoms, medical interventions, or any relevant background information in context of a critical or medical evaluation of severity. And the last one, outcome. Indicate whether event is resolved or ongoing or led to a serious condition or death. This helps determine immediate risk, whether further action is required. And action taken is document all the intervention or steps taken to mitigate the risk or address the adverse event. This information is vital for both immediate patient care, ongoing risk management. Together, these elements helps ensuring the report is ready for regulatory submission. So when we track the safety events, mostly the more in clinical trials, most of the safety events are reported and tracked in EDC, the electronic data capture system, which is actually helps in terms of not just reporting to the sponsor or delegate, but also many of the EDC system that enables reporting directly to the regulatory authority systems as well. This also helps the real-time data collection and centralized tracking of events, and enabling more efficient and transparent reporting. Tracking of the events not just ensures the compliance, but also global regulatory guidance, but also facilitate the risk management. And for example, to see what is the trend of events for a particular site and identify what action can be taken to mitigate any of the patient safety concerns in that particular site. So when an SAE or any safety information is received to the sponsor or delegate, they start by validating the information, which is any case report which needs to have a minimum information, which is minimum information for a valid case, which are identifiable reporter, patient, and suspect product and event. And followed by that, the triaging, whether this event is actually coming under which type of event, that defines the reporting requirements to the respective regulatory authorities. And also the additional information required for fulfilling those reporting requirements, such as source documents, and followed by that, medical review, which is so there is an investigative causality assessment reported in the SAE. Along with that, the sponsor or delegate will conduct an independent medical review, which assess whether the investigation product is really causing that particular event, and then they document that independent assessment in the respective EDC system. And followed by that, the regulatory submission. Sometimes regulatory authorities come back and ask additional information to complete the evaluation of that particular vendor and in that safety concern. So despite all this process and the systems in place, so there are challenges persist. Common issues include delays in submitting the safety reports, underreporting of some of the key safety information. These gaps can be led to non-compliance, affecting both the quality of the safety data and also, of course, the reputation of the clinical trial. To address these challenges, there are several best practices can be implemented. One of them is regular GCP training. We all get the GCP training, before we start, and that need to be documented. But I think in terms of the safety, it's basically the regular 6 monthly or even maybe more frequent, maybe 3 months, quarterly training and highlighting the need of safety reporting and importance of the compliance, so that the timelines are met in terms of most of the cases we identify is that the events are identified in late and then leading to a delay in reporting to the authority and missing the timelines. And of course, the safety reporting audits. Conducting regular audits helps identify the gaps in the reporting process and ensures all the events are accurately documented and submitted in a timely manner. In conclusion, safety monitoring is a dynamic, ongoing process and is a fundamental to clinical trial, and it serves several vital functions. Ensuring participants are safeguarded from potential harm that may arise from any clinical trial. Prompt reporting and management of adverse events directly support this goal. Safety reporting allows us continuously assess the risk-benefit balance of the investigational product. By monitoring these safety events real time, we can ensure that product safety profile remains within the expected parameters, or adjusted the trial is adjusted accordingly to tackle the safety concern. An early detection of adverse event enables quicker intervention, which not only minimizes the risk to the participant, but also contributes to the overall success of the trial. These timelines has direct impact on both critical clinical care and clinical trial and trial outcomes as well. Safety reporting is more than a regulatory requirement, and it is a key mechanism to ensure scientific and ethical conduct of the clinical trial. So thank you for your attention. That's my last slide.